Hey, great Monday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, and the rain just makes it look a little bit more fresh, a little bit more on the romantic side or something. I don't know. I I was actually going out there picking up more cookies. Cookies. So it's the new batch of cookies. They were supposed to be in yesterday, but they didn't come in till today. So got a fresh batch of cookies. So please pick up some cookies. Good evening. What a crazy day. Sup, Frankie? And I was like, hey, my man, it was a kind of crazy day. Uh, Cookies. I don't have any shirts yet. I'm hoping, hey, Joe, I'm hoping that we'll get more shirts. I'll get more shirts tomorrow. So, CEOs, you still have not picked up your shirts, but I'm glad you didn't come today because I have no shirts today. But I should be getting some tomorrow afternoon. That is my hope. Tony! Alex! How many COVID cases? 88 in Brownsville. I think it was 88. Go see yours. Good, Tony. Johnny! Buenas noches. Thank you for calling this, muchachos. Good evening. Minute. Hola to all. Jessica, hermosa, ¿cómo estás? Julia. Frank, my man. Good evening, Kat. Good to see you tonight. David, buenas noches. Maria, hi there. Handsome guys. That's handsome one guy. Good evening, Hilda. Buenas noches. Hey, I'm eating my own cookies right now. That sounded kind of like rated X, but okay. Good luck with that, Roman. Roman, behave. Is the Queen Isabella Bridge closed? No. Was it? I mean, I was there on South Padre Island yesterday. I went and came back real quick. Don't know. Good evening, jovenazos. Gracias. Party. And then, you want a cookie or a shirt? I have cookies, but no shirts. I'll have them tomorrow, I hope. Tinina Saucillos. Yes, tomorrow afternoon, please. I'm hoping they'll be here. If not, Wednesday. How are y'all doing? Good evening. 18 hours more, and I am in Brownsville. That's it, my man. Michelle, Kathy, Maria. Hola, Maria. Chalu. I love that last name, Chalu. Erasmo, totally not Fatcaster. I love you, Alex. Thank you, Mama. Good evening, gentlemen. Robert, my man, how's it going? And all y'all in favor of all employees returning on Monday? No. Let me tell you guys. Here, this platform here is unlike BISD and this board. We have stayed consistent since March. And the message that we've been preaching here every night at 9 p.m. and every morning at 9 a.m., except on Sundays, has been consistent, has not changed, has not deviated. No one on campus. No one. And that was the right call to make by this board and this superintendent and his Edinburgh people. And it was absolutely not. But let me say something before I go on. Guys, how many of you were fooled? How many of you all saw the agenda for last week's special call board meeting? How many of y'all thought, we're not going back till January 2021? How many? Honestly. How do you know that this board and this superintendent are lying? Every single time they open their mouth. Doesn't matter what they place on the agenda. It was all for show, guys. And what's funny is that a lot of people fell for it. A lot of people fell for it. And, you know, goodness gracious, I wanted to give them benefit of the doubt. But I knew before the meeting that they were going to vote differently. I knew that they were going to take the recommendations of the superintendent. I knew. And I knew that there was no such thing as going back January 2021. For Brownsville, at least. because that's what's happening in other districts. Dare I say, Port Isabel, that's not coming back all year round. McAllen, PSJA, other districts in the state of Texas. It was a lie. Frankie?
Good evening, Erasmo. Good evening, world. Happy Monday. The return of the inevitable, unfortunately, is around the corner. September 21st is the day that that teachers, staff is set to go back. Got some news today that wasn't very satisfying. We would think that with everything going on at Asmo, we would have individuals fighting for us, fighting for the employees, making sure that everything at the workplace is ready, safe to go back. But unfortunately, time and time again, BISD doesn't fail in not providing for our employees. It's sad. It's sad that we put our trust, we hope and expect our leadership to do everything possible to make sure that our employees do not contract this virus. And we'll go into details a little bit later at Osmo. But I wouldn't say I'm shocked, but I try to give them the benefit of the doubt to make sure that that they will do the right thing. But lack of planning, lack of leadership has finally caught up with us. It's unfortunate that the ones that are going to suffer is our district, our school district, and potentially our community. So let's see how this ends up. But it's not looking very good at Osmo for everybody going back. But we'll get into details in regards to that. So excited for today's show. Got a lot of information to discuss, unfortunately. But glad to be here to keep everybody informed at Osmo.
Adrian, I am mailing you out your cookies tomorrow. Tomorrow. I am putting them in some type of envelope, and they might get there a little bit crumbly, but you're going to get them. I just did a like on your thing so I could get your address on there. Shirt, no cookies yet. Shirt tomorrow afternoon. Cookies, they're here. I got cookies. Jessica, hola, beautiful singer. And Jessica, let me tell you right now, I want to sing a song with you all there at your church. Just one song. That's all I want during practice. Let's do it. Just one song. A tus pies no hay lugar más alto, más grande que estar a tus pies, que estar a tus pies. I can sing a little bit. Just to let everybody know, the causeway is closed. Estar a tus pies. Come on, Jessica. Give me a chance, Jessica. Jessica, give a brother a chance.
Did we confirm because of a bomb threat, or what was posted right now?
As of right now, all I know is TxDOT has closed it. Thank you, Frank, for letting us know. TxDOT has closed it. Apparently, a bomb threat on the bridge. Oh!
Wow.
Well, we have to take into consideration, isn't tomorrow the anniversary, guys?
Oh, of the
September 15th. Tomorrow is the anniversary that the bridge collapsed. Yes, Frankie?
I believe so. I don't know the exact day, but I remember back in 2001, September 11th, and then a few days, and then everybody was going crazy, like, oh my God, are the terrorists attacking the area? But yeah, I don't remember what day exactly it was.
Can you check? I think it was September the 15th. Good evening, guys, from Georgia. Georgia. I got Georgia on my mind. Really, you asked that to the Doom and Gloom crew? The Legion of Doom is some individuals that are putting their signs together. They're called the Legion of Doom. Be nice to me, Rodney. I still want to go in your swimming pool. Hello, Paul. Hey, Rule, bring me back something from Vegas.
GPI is really.
Sebastian. Sebastian, I'm very upset with you because you haven't visited me. I know you're in San Antonio. I wear your mask, Erasmo or Frankie, y me hacen cara de fucho. What? Who does that? How can you tell if they're wearing masks too? Good evening, guys. What a size dislike the fact employees to go back to work on Monday. Erasmo, por favor. I'm trying, guys. I'm doing my best. Hurry, call 911. What? This Facebook show is addictive, and you haven't even tried the cookies yet. Amazing. Ese Frankie Loco, he needs to get the ladies like you, Erasmo. Bro, no one in this town gets the ladies like this guy. Look at this face. Come on. Good evening to both of you. God bless you. Hey, it's been a while. Diego! What's up, my man? Missed you, man. Trump 2020, Justin. Behave. I was the fool. Sunshine Day. Love you. I was fooled. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Are the kids returning to school after all? That's well, yes. The kids are going back on the 28th. Well, actually, there's some individuals that are going back earlier. Let me bring up the schedule. Hold on. I could actually do that from here. Let's just go over it together since we're talking about it. No hay lugar más alto, más grande que estar a tus pies. Jessica's tripping out because she didn't believe I knew that song. Y ahí permaneceré postrado. Let's see. Deadline here. All staff report back to work. What day, Frankie?
21st.
21st. All staff report to work. Early release for students. O sea que if you have those students doing online classes, they'll only have to do classes half a day. Professional development. Hey, guys. Awesome. I got some good news for you at least. More training. I mean, it's not like you haven't had like 1,000 trainings already. Aparte, you have to prepare synchronous, and then you have to prepare asynchronous, and then you have to maybe go teach from class at the same time. Hey, guys, some more training. September 22nd, early release for students, half a day. Oh, preparation day. Half a day for preparation day. Makes sense. On the 23rd of September is when credit recovery students will be coming onto campus. Is that correct, Frankie?
Yeah, that is correct. 28th starts the face-to-face soft opening for a few, not everybody per se, but yes, the 28th is going to be the day for soft opening.
On the 28th, we're going to have students without devices or internet begin face-to-face instruction for PK through second grade, 8th grade, 12th grade, special education, everyone. So all my SPED students are coming back. Phase 2 students without devices or internet on the 28th begin face-to-face instruction for PK. I already said that, didn't I? They did.
Yes.
October the 5th. Students without devices or internet begin face-to-face instruction, adding 3rd and 4th grade, 7th grade, 11th grade, off-season begin, athletes, and fine arts. October 13th, students without devices or internet begin face-to-face instruction by adding 5th grade, 6th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade. That is what we have. So that's how the kids are returning to school. How can they make fushi if they're wearing their masks? How can you see that?
What bothers me, Erasmo, regarding this this schedule, we need to be able to modify based on what has transpired these past couple of days. It's unfortunate that we have finally had a student within our district pass away. One of our special needs students passed away. And the date of returning back, the 28th, they are set to go back. And I hate to say this, but I feel as if we are the guinea pigs of the Lower Rio Grande Valley. We have talked about previously how other districts have extended the start of the school year. That way they can better assess the situation. BISD, they will be having eighth graders, high schoolers, and the special needs students, our special needs students, go back into the brick and mortar schools. Now, what's going to happen if they get sick? And also, we heard that the staff will bring their children to work with them. They're allowing that. So again, this could possibly, Erasmo, this could possibly get from bad to worse very quickly. We have seen how the surveys, out of 5,700 SPED kids, only 3,300 answered, and 30% said that they will send their kids back. The other 70% stated that it's not safe. So again, we need to be able to take care of our most vulnerable possessions, and that's our students. What's going to happen, Erasmo, and I hate to put it in this way, but what's going to happen if there's an outbreak? What's going to happen if an employee with the district, a student, gets sick and then passes away because of it? What are going to be the ramifications, either PR wise or just because it's the right thing to do? Again, I feel that we should do everything possible to avoid this. We have already had 5-6 deaths of BISD employees, one student. That's one too many. So again, we have seen time and time again how leadership has been wanting to do their best to go back into the brick and mortars. And some numbers, guys, some numbers were thrown around regarding the return of how many students will be back into the brick and mortars. At Champion Elementary, out of 750 students that are enrolled, they're only expecting 100 back, including the SPED kids, the special needs students, out of those 100. At a high school, 1,200 students, only 150 or 200 students are going to be returning. So again, we have seen how the community as a whole has been dissatisfied with this leadership regarding the whole COVID situation. But for whatever reason, it falls on deaf ears, guys. Haven't you noticed that? When they do a moment of silence at the beginning of the board meetings, they don't mention the reasons why they passed away. It goes against their narrative. So again, and most recently, AOBE, they filed a petition notifying the superintendent that they're not satisfied with the way he's handled this, a vote of no confidence during this COVID-19 crisis. So we have our community who has signed close to 1,000 signatures on the petition. We have seen how the surveys, guys, have been in the 25 to 30 range, stating that, yeah, we'll send our kids back. A high school is only expecting 100 students, 150 students, an elementary as well. A small percentage will be going back. We see everything that's going on. What's that saying, Erasmo, in Spanish? Ven la tempestad y todavía no se hincan. They see everything that's going on. They see the big picture. And for whatever reason, they're not wanting to adhere to what's going on. They're not living in reality. So that is what we're dealing with, unfortunately, guys. We have leadership that has gotten surveys to see the sentiment of our community. We have had a death, several deaths within our school district, but yet we are set to go back on September the 28th. And I'm more worried about everybody going back, but more in particular, our special needs students who are most vulnerable, and in my opinion, should not be going back because it is still not safe.
Val, 5440809. Anyone that wants to request a mail in ballot, 5440809. 5440809. Let me say, no consideration for children and teachers. And me too. That was one of my first concerns. Me too. If you remember correctly, and I know that you've been here for a while, that was one of my first concerns. What are consideration is being taken for our individuals that teach at BISD and also have children at BISD, and they have no one else to leave their children with, and they're being forced to come onto campus? What are they going to do with their children? And look, guys, I mean, there's La Tia Solterona was my recommendation, and although halfway joking, I'm being somewhat serious. The Tia Solterona. I mean, it's the wrong thing to do, folks. But it seems like every time you give this board an opportunity to go back and do the right thing, it's like they continue to persist to do the wrong thing. The wrong thing. Yes! Let me know when. I will go. This board lacks other things too. Yes. John White says no COVID in Facebook jail. So he says. Hard to stop kids or teachers going back when state funding is the main factor. No way around it as much as we want. Let me tell you, when there's always an out. There's always an out. And that is why when we as a district, we spend easily $2 to $3 million a year. And that's lowballing it. $2 to $3 million a year in attorney fees. Fight it. That's what San Antonio is doing. As of right now, that is what Port Isabel is doing. There's always a solution, man. You just don't give in, bro. You don't give in. Look, Witten, I'll say it in a way that you understand. 2-minute warning. You're down by 3 points. You got the ball on the 50-yard line. Do you continue to push forward? Or do you just give up? At the 50-yard line, you're down 33 points. No, you continue to fight. Even if you don't have any timeouts. You keep on expecting that pass. And even at the last moment, you throw a Hail Mary into the end zone. Because you got to die trying. These people fumbled the ball at the 49-yard line. Never recovered it. Witten. Y'all thought I didn't know anything about sports. Y'all were wrong. People need to stop trying to get rid of the superintendent. If accomplished, all you are doing is the guy goes home and Broswell still has to pay him his contract. No, sir. That is 100% wrong. Mistaken. Erasmo, ¿te gustan los pies? I wouldn't call it like, I like the feet. But I have pretty feet. I guess maybe feet are okay. I mean, sure. Ese es mi cheese. Hola, Maria. Get this man some sponsorship. Preach, bro. Love you. Keep your day job. Norma, be nice to me, Norma. My brother teaches at Point Isabel, and he said teachers are all going back to brick and mortar this coming Monday. That might be the case. And I'll tell you why that might be the case, Maria. Because I know for a fact that Port Isabel is having a meeting on Wednesday. So it's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be interesting to watch. We'll see what happens. They're having a meeting on Wednesday. As of right now, they're not going back on campus. Now, Wednesday, something else might happen. Wow, those are beautiful lyrics, Erasmo. It's an amazing song. It's actually one of my favorite songs. Erasmo, don't give up your dream. Ow! Yes. Yes. The Causeway. Yeah. Erasmo, didn't you win a Grammy back in the? Yes, that was me. How did you know? Actually, it was 92. Yes, it is. September
Milli
15th.
Vanilli or what?
Ooh, 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 ooh. I want
I'm trying
you.
to think of their song. I can't think of it. Milli
Girl, you
Vanilli.
know. I can't remember.
Girl, you know it's
Like
true.
you.
Something like that.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I love
I just
you.
remember the recording being played back, and then they just walked off stage. Poor guys.
Good evening, gentlemen. Sorry I'm late. I'm watching Monday Night Football. It's already Monday Night Football. Who's playing?
Giants, Steelers, and Broncos and Titans.
Two games. Good evening, Rayo. So, how much BIZ money did the superintendent pay to defend his dog from going to the pound? Money misused. 100%. And look, guys, this board, Minerva, Philip, and Little Eddie, they voted to hire attorneys to defend the board members against the lawsuits brought upon him by the federal government because Sylvia stole your money. Isn't that just crazy? Hey, Eddie. Good evening, Lucy. Question. According to the school board, if we don't go back in person, funding will be pulled by TEA. If that's the case, then why are other districts able to continue with distance learning? Because this board, every single time they open their mouth, they are lying. They haven't searched for other options. They haven't. While other districts have been proactive throughout this coronavirus pandemic and throughout this ordeal that we've had to all deal with in regards to distance learning, which started the last 6 weeks of last year, while other districts have been proactive, this school district has been reactive and have been tercos to do absolutely the opposite of what makes sense. Like, look, to the point of someone posted on my page today in regards to the lack of PPE. Don't have the necessary equipment to go back. So what happened with all that money that was put aside? The 5.5 million, the first 500,000. I mean, did they go on that Wish webpage and order stuff? You know, put a Wish. Has anyone ever bought anything on that Wish page?
I've heard. No, I've
It's all
heard.
crap. That's what this board did. But you know what my community does, Frankie? My community produces N95 masks. And let me tell you, we still have some N95 masks from Montoya Boys drive through. Thank you again, Kevin Montoya. And Montoya Boys drive through. But we are almost out of those. But guess what? Thank you so much to Texas Texas Nurse Care Home Health Agency. Thank you. Texas Nurse Care Home Health Agency. Provide hospice service, provider service. Thank you. They have sent us more masks for our BISD nurses. So, guys, we now have more masks for our nurses. Oh, and not only do we have more masks for our nurses, Texas Nurse Care, I'm dropping the masks, has also provided, I had to write it down because I didn't want to say it wrong, non-surgical isolation gowns for my nurses. What this is, I don't know, but my nurses know. Non-surgical isolation gowns. So my first 50 nurses, please come by and pick up your non-surgical isolation gowns. And nurses, BISD nurses, please come pick up some N95 masks. and some cookies because the cookies are delicious.
Again, Erasmo, the district has failed us. The district has failed the community as a whole by not providing essential items for our nurses with the N95 masks. We are pretty much saying that they're not important or their safety is not of great concern. Also, we heard that there will be COVID holding rooms whenever a student has either a temperature, a high fever, or has any type of symptoms. There will be 13 kids per buses. But the crazy thing is that for whatever reason, you would think that they would try to enforce or make mandatory certain issues regarding social distancing. And what bothered me, guys, was that social distancing will not be enforced in the classroom. It'll be recommended, but it won't be enforced. And also, the masks that were ordered for the teachers, they still have to order more. And also, they're going to buy them some shields. Students aren't required to wear masks. I don't think the district is even have the mask for the students coming into the classroom. So again, how is this going to work if we are giving our students shields, masks? What's going to happen? And again, it doesn't seem right for us to want to go back whenever we don't even have the proper material. Also, what worries me is that some campuses throughout the district, they want to leave their SPED students, their special needs students, with the teachers all day. And this could cause, a little bit of anxiety of being held up in a room for 6, 7, 8 hours per day. I understand, they have to go and use a restroom and things like that. But little things like that, it's not going to work, in my opinion. Also, another big concern that was mentioned to me was that McAllen ISD bought air purifiers for each and every classroom within their district. A custodian was worried about this, and he brought it up to somebody's attention and said, "Hey, will we be doing the same thing? Are we taking the same measures as other school districts?" And unfortunately, we're not. Again, we have seen how, and I hate to bring this up, but we have seen how we have done everything and more to make sure that our athletes have this disinfection spray. And I'm all for athletics, but it seems like we're putting the attention, the money in athletics so we can go about starting the season on October the 5th. What measures are we doing for our special needs population, our special needs department? Will they be having access to that same mist as our athletes? Will our students be having that same luxury? We have to be able to take care of everybody as a whole. And McAllen is doing a great job at Erasmo of buying air purifiers for each and every classroom. So again, I like when you bring up that question. Where did this was it 5.5 or 5 flat? $5 million, 5.5. Where did this $5.5 million go? We have seen how 2 point something, and I'm sorry not to have the figure, over $2 million was spent on expired PPE. And then there was emergency meeting to be able to pass this 5.5 for plexiglass. Some schools at the high school, they don't have plexiglass. Our special services department will be having to carry their own plexiglass from school to school. So where did this money go? Where is an accounting of all this? We have wanted for our administration to be transparent, and in every sense of the word. Maybe we should get a breakdown of exactly where that money was spent. Was it a back order that they needed to cover their funds? So again, there's a lot of questions. But again, we have districts such as McAllen ISD, who's taking that leadership initiative and getting air purifiers for everybody, not just for their athletes. That's what bothers me, guys.
Did you see the notice the soup sent out today through public relations guy, Mr. Moody? If it was in regards to the, is this the one I posted on my page? Yes. Look, guys, there's nothing that we haven't been saying in regards to what was going to happen that it happened. Why does BAZ keep giving the same food? Because they're just got a bunch of it, a lot of it. And let me tell you guys, one of the things that really tripped me out today and actually started off the day kind of trippy was how they still had our FNS and our transportation folk out there serving food in the rain.
Mm.
I mean, going back into the money, like where is the money? Sylvia, give back the money. Sylvia. In regards to the money, guys, what happened to the $14,000 that Mark Cuban sent down to FNS to buy, these little canopies, PPE? Frankie's never right. Hello, yo. Hey, Zuri. Oye, vale, veo, tú no vale porque el número está ahí. Wow, that's what nice tech upgrade with your ticker tape. Hey, I'm learning something new every night. My hija, daughter, chamaca, she will not go to back. Tan banned. I'm going back for football. Yes. So is Daniel. So is many of my football players. Alex, I just want y'all to be safe. I mean, that's my only concern. And I know your parents want to make sure that you're safe too. They are stupid. Erasmo for president. Preach. Will you and Frankie go on the record that both of you will vote to lower the salaries of the new superintendent and no more assistant superintendents, lower the salaries for the lawyer? Malcolm, let me say this. I'll speak for myself. In a very non-promising way, the night that we are sworn in, we will reconsider the vendor situation. And remember, the board attorney is a vendor, not a board member, a vendor. I've already stated one of the new responsibilities for the superintendent has to be to minimize the organizational chart. And by minimizing the organizational chart, my hope is that 4 other individuals on the board, a total of 5 people, can decide that what we need to do is do away with the AA's positions. Do away with the AA positions. That's 7 positions getting paid over $175,000. I mean, we can make that decision that same night and keep the 2 deputy superintendent positions and make everyone reapply for the positions. Make everyone reapply for the positions. And for the first time in a year and 2 months, actually make the superintendent work for his salary. That's what I can promise. That is my platform. That is my hope.
I'm of the same sentiment. I think we're too top heavy. We have seen how Dr. Sendejas, during her time at BISD, had a lot more students with less top heavy administration and staff. We're paying $2-3 million to these administrators that could go to classified employees. Again, we understand the way it works, but it does not make sense for us to keep on hiring more and more AAs, more and more specialists, more and more top heavy positions when we're losing students to charter schools. Now with this COVID situation going on, there is the fear of a lot of students being turned off by BISD and withdrawing their child from the district. So we will be facing a lot more backlash than before. So again, if we see everything that's going on and we do not make the proper changes necessary, we will be leading ourselves to failure. So that's something that we need to look into as soon as we get in. what's going to happen with all these top administrators? We need to put an end to that and really assess the situation to see how we can better serve our district with those funds that are not necessary, in my opinion, based on our lack of numbers compared to how we had an A district with Dr. Sendejas, who had a lot more students.
Estrellita, I'm looking at my inbox right now. I have no request from you. So the last time you sent me a message was August 10th. So I have absolutely no idea what you're referring to. Pray for a healthy fund balance. We actually have $217 million put away. That's it in case Sylvia hasn't decimated or started eating up at it. $217 million put away. So it's more than healthy. It's life changing for thousands of our kids, for thousands of our teachers. Now, in regards to the question is in regards to why aren't we letting only the varsity go out there and play? Guys, it's not safe. It's not safe. I'm going to dare say it's not even safe for the varsity to be going out there and play. It's just that simple. But we spend that much money on attorney fees because we live in a community where people believe in suing for easy money. No, I think I'm going to blame it on the corrupt who constantly places in jeopardy of always getting sued. Look at your... I just showed you my inbox.
Nada?
No. It sometimes bothers me when people say, like, I've been sending you messages, you haven't responded. Well, like, I respond to everyone's message. I respond to everyone's message. So I don't like being accused of, oh, you're not responding to our messages in capital letters. Pie. Pies. They meant pies? No pies. My mom said, dile Erasmo que si corren al super, vale más que no le paguen por años. I promise you, my dear. Tell mom. I promise you, he will not take a golden parachute. I promise you. Erasmo, what's your opinion on... I love everybody, bro. What is your day job since they are mentioning it? I'm trying to figure that one out. No, I officiate wedding. Officiate weddings. I do translations. I do a lot of work that is set my way. Everything. Original member of Wham! I'm trying to remember a Wham song. Sigh, careless whispers, all the good friends to the heart and mind. Ignorance is blind. There's no comfort in the truth. Pain is the...
Hey, you got into the whole karaoke thing or what?
Well, I think I the fangs.
The fangs in you.
The fang in
Hey, Erasmo, I want to ask you a question.
Hey, Jeremiah, I love you.
Again, we haven't heard much about the direction our school district has been guiding or giving our staff and employees and even our community. My question is, Erasmo, what about our female students at Lincoln Park? Those young ladies that are pregnant, we have yet to hear anything that's going on. Will they since they are pregnant, will they be encouraged, Erasmo, to do distant learning? Because there is that possibility that, and we've heard the medical experts talk about the seriousness of contracting COVID while being pregnant, and that's something that I would want to ask and possibly look into, because we unless you have heard something, Erasmo, I have yet to hear anything from our district regarding this issue. And I think it's very important, because one of the reasons why Lincoln Park was established was for us to encourage, motivate, and guide our young ladies to ensure that they have the proper resources and the avenue for them to obtain and graduate. So again, what options do we have? Should we encourage these young ladies to stay at home and make sure that we provide, whether it's hotspots, tablets, laptops, all the resources available, the hotspots, buses, just in case their hotspots don't work? What options, Erasmo, would you recommend? Because this is something that the district hasn't really mentioned it, and that's something that's very important, because that should be something that we should look into, because we are doing a disservice to these ladies if we are not keeping them in mind whenever we're planning during this COVID.
Well, there still is no plan. There never was a plan, and there isn't a plan in regards to not only the individuals that attend school at Lincoln Park School. I mean, people need to understand. It's also a daycare. It's also a place that takes care of the little children that are sometimes born to these students at Lincoln Park. Have they thought of those children? I mean, have they thought of the effects of COVID in a pregnancy? And the truth is that they haven't. I mean, all you have to do is look at the plan. I'm going to go into Vale's comment real quick, but I'm going to go into Rodney's comment. Rodney, the reason that we haven't reported the numbers or Cameron County has failed with the numbers is because they failed with the numbers. If you're asking why I haven't talked about the numbers, we just answered the question earlier in regards to the 88 positive that came out in Brownsville, and I did post the page on the press release on my page. I mean, it's still important, but Rodney, just to make this clear, I've always stated the same thing constantly. It's just a number. I mean, I don't care if there's 3 positives in the city of Brownsville or if there's 3,000 positives in the city of Brownsville. It doesn't make much matter to me. The numbers that matter to me are the individuals that are in the ICU room and the number of individuals who are in the morgue, in the funeral homes. Those are the 2 numbers that matter to me. And again, Ronnie, I've been consistent with it. I'm not even focusing on the recovered numbers, because to this day, we still don't know what recovered means. And again, the positive numbers, all they tell us is how much testing has gone out on in the county. And of course, guys, if you have thousands of tests being done a day, you're going to get thousands of individuals coming out positive. What I would have hoped they would have done is given us a percentage in regards to the number of tested and the number of positives that came from the tested. That way, we'd have a more consistent number. So if we had 1,000 tested and 500 positives, then we know we're at 50% from those that are tested. If we had 10 people tested and 5 came out positive, guess what? It's the same number. See, and that is what I believe has caused the disservice to our community. Now, I want to go into Vale's comment. Guys, what Vale is saying here is very, very, very true. Look, at the meeting on Thursday, the superintendent said, and he lied, and Philip Cowan lied, and some of the board members, they knew that he was lying. When they said that they had been in contact with the state senator, it made it sound like the superintendent and the state senator were on the phone every day for weeks. That is a lie. And I can prove the lie. I can prove the lie. Because the day before, I was at BISD office. and I saw Philip walk in. And I said, "Are y'all having a meeting?" He said, "No, we're here because they asked me to set up a meeting with State Senator Lucio." And I said, "Oh, this was Wednesday." So Wednesday at 11:30, they're having that meeting with State Senator Lucio. They didn't mention that they had had a meeting with State Senator Lucio. And if you remember in the meeting, Philip Cowan says, I called him, and in 20 minutes, he called me right back. That was the day before. So Bill's right. The request letter is sent on Thursday. Full plan to reopen school next Friday, next day. Brownsville letter sent to employees saying, the governor had not replied to the request. Guys, anyone want to bet that the governor never even saw the request? It was a lie. And very simple. Prove me wrong. Show me the date stamp received at the governor's mansion. It didn't happen, folks. It's a lie.
Wow.
It's a lie. They set it up in order to create a narrative and to have this little show at the special cardboard meeting. That's why Minerva picked up the piece of paper and said, "I make the motion to give the superintendent the responsibility of continuing to," hold on, let me read, "to ask for January 2021 from the governor and TEA." Well, according to the superintendent and them, they did it. They tried. So now, screw everyone. Because it's all a bunch of lies. It's all not true. They never planned, folks, to continue distance learning. Never. Minerva lied. Philip lied. Little Eddie lied. They never planned to go distance learning. Never. You were fooled.
Wow.
But Jesus Becky wasn't fooled. You know why she wasn't fooled? Because she's been here every day. Because some people still want to hear the truth over lies, over half truths, over manipulated facts. They lied. And they've learned well from Sylvia. Everything in regards to COVID-19 from this board has been mishandled. Been very unfortunate. That is why we desperately need change on the board. That is why you cannot afford to bring onto the board anyone that is connected with Sylvia. And I'll tell you right now, Denise Garza, connected to Sylvia. My opponent, connected to Sylvia. Minerva Peña, oh my God, connected to Sylvia. Little Eddie was appointed by Sylvia. So it's a 5-man race against Sylvia. So you either vote for Sylvia or you vote for your other choice. All children and staff should be given NA5 masks and gowns. They should. They won't. And they spent so much money. And let me tell you, you know how when you go and buy an old car, you buy an old car, te sale yonke, you have to buy another car, te sale yonke, you keep on putting parts into it, mass parts, mass parts, mass parts. It lasts a couple of months, a year, then te sale
Still
yonke.
Yonke.
You have to buy another one, and you puro yonke. And by the time you calculate it, You go, oh crap, I could have bought me a car with everything that I invested in these people. Can you imagine, guys, if this board and this superintendent, this administration had actually been proactive and instead of spending money on expired PPE, on these little fashion masks, on kiosks and spray things, if they would have actually gotten good PPE, the N95 masks, the good plexi shields out there, if they would have bought those early, oh, what a better place we'd be. No? Instead, they were killing you softly with 500,000 here, 2.5 million there, 5.5 million there, killing you softly. And we never got our money's worth. But you know who made a killing? Sylvia. Sylvia made a killing, guys. Even now that she's under indictment with the FBI, she made a killing. Because does anyone know where we got that miss machine? Those kiosks that they're getting that they're so proud of? Guys, who made the money?
Where?
No, who made the money? So my challenge to the board is show us what companies you're buying all this stuff from. And look, guys, I don't even know yet. I'm going to find out. I don't even know yet. But like I know the palm of my hand, I know that somebody made a cut. Somebody banked. And these people don't bank $1,000, $500. It's inconceivable.
Wow.
The only plan they have to bring teachers on campus to make sure they are working because there's no respect. There's no respect for teachers. There's no respect for counselors. There's no respect for food nutritional service people. There's no respect for office staff. There's no respect for diagnosticians. There's no respect for anyone. Nada. I have a question. Can you invite board members to your program? I would like to hear them on the matter. I have. They do not come. Yes. Good evening, Erasmo Frankie. My special ed grandson never got the hotspot, so I had to contact Spectrum. So I had a meeting today, and they want to know if my grandson has Medicaid so they can bill for the services they will provide for him. What? I thought BIZ provided all this. No. Even before COVID, I was going through a lot of antibacterial wipes and Lysol to keep my classroom and desk clean. Now, with shortage of these supplies in stores, it makes me very, very nervous. You're right. Yes! Congratulations. I agree. Why so many AAs? Laura from Food Service, someone needs to put her in check. She doesn't care about her employees. Linda, that's another Edinburgh person. Yes, twice. 500,000, 2.5, and 5.5.
Wow.
The money is being used for superintendent's Botox. Stevens monetary fund.
Gee.
No. Reminder, add me to the list. Frankie, Ruben wants to be added on the list. One
Sounds
time
good.
after, eh?
No, no,
One time
no.
after Sylvia used the restroom, my girlfriend went to the same stall after her and said, "Ah, stop it!" Oh, that's what the stop. Monies were used to feed the turtles in the Galapagos Islands. Yes, I think I caught up. Erasmo, aside from this, is to help the community and is doing a hell of a job. Thank you, sir. No, I mean that's all right. I mean, I do officiate weddings. I do translations. My parents have had a business here for over. My parents, my sisters have a business here for over 50 years. 50 years, actually, 50 years next year. So I do okay. I, I do okay. The only plan they have is to bring teachers on campus to make sure that they are working. Yes, I know of a lady who lost her baby because of COVID. She was several weeks pregnant. It's very dangerous. It's unreal, though. On Monday, they're supposed to be on campus and no training is taking place at this time. There's been so much haste to get us back that they skipped several steps. 100%. Do it! We're not, we were fooled. Liars. Wake up me up before you go, go. I'm not standing on the line. Just go, go. I don't know all those words. Bunch of liars. They are liars. I promise you. Are we allowed to show up at the debates starting tomorrow? The debates are going to be online. And actually, Frankie will be on at a forum tomorrow. Killing me
I will.
softly with this song, telling my whole walls with this song, killing me softly with this song. Did y'all think I didn't know that one? Buenas noches. Show us the receipts. Guys, it has been an amazing hour, but an hour it has been. Uh, Texas Nurse Care. Texas Nurse Care. Thank you. And my nurses out there and my BISD staff, my principals, my parents. Please, 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 please take some time to thank Montoya Boys Drive Through and Texas Nurse Care on Alton Glore. Please. And I say that because we have to be a grateful community. So please go back out there and thank them. Texas Nurse Care have provided uh, those gowns, non-surgical something gowns, and the N95 masks for our nurses because they care about our community. They care about our children. They care about our teachers and staff. Frankie, last words. Were you
We
at? Oh, were
see
you
how
at Pettis Elementary September 11th?
September 11th, 21. No, I was actually a freshman in high school. Very memorable day, sad day. I still remember it very vividly, first period. But no, Maria, I was not at Perez. I was at Homer Hanna High, uh, early in the morning, first period. So no, I was at Hanna. I lost my train of thought. The
Nothing.
district sees everything that has been going on within our community, and they have yet to modify going back. I'm worried about our
Keep them home.
our employees on the 21st. I'm worried about our students returning on the 28th, and I'm especially worried about our special needs population returning on the 28th. We have seen how we had a tragedy these past couple days of a special needs student succumb to the COVID-19 virus. Surveys have been given out, and the community overwhelmingly has said, hell no, we will not send our kids back. We have had a high school that has enrollment of 1,200 students. They're only expecting 200, 250 at the most to return face to face. An elementary with enrollment of 750 students, they're only expecting 100, including our special needs students. We have seen how time and time again, our community has been saying, hey, we want distant learning. And it's shocking, but Erasmo made a great point. If we were so adamant of doing everything possible to make sure that we try to extend the first 4 weeks of distant learning, why didn't we get our state representative? Why didn't we get our state senator involved from the get-go and said, hey, you know what? Let's work together. Let's try. You are the avenue for the governor. Let's work on something. Let's write a letter. Let's do something to try and get his attention. That way it won't affect us financially. But what do? They try to pull a fast one on us and say, hey, look, we tried. This is the letter. The day before the board meeting, it dawns on them, oh, you know what? We need to get the attention of the senator. We need to get the senator involved. Why wasn't this done the first day of distant learning? Why wasn't this done even before? Because they are not leaders, because they do not know how to take decisive action. They try to fool us, because time and time again, they have demonstrated how we are set to go back, and there's nothing that could change that. Not a death of a special needs student, not 5 or 6 deaths of our BISD employees. What is it going to take for us as a community to say no more? We have seen how McAllen School District has ordered air purifiers. They're doing everything possible to make sure that all students, not just their athletes, all students are safe. The district, we do not have plexiglass. We are not requiring or enforcing social distancing. Our students will not get mandatory masks. We're finally getting to see the bigger picture, and we are on the dawn of returning. Teachers on the 21st, students on the 28th. Guys, this is very serious. My fear is that the district will open up, soft opening, and then little by little bring everybody back. And we are going to have an outbreak on our hands, and it's going to be very bad. I hope I'm wrong, but that is the direction we're going to. And I blame leadership and I blame the board members for not stepping in and helping our community during these tough times when we need somebody to step in. Thank you so much, guys, for your patience. It's always fun to be here in front of you. It's very humbling for us, for myself, to be in a position where we as a community together, we can work, we can exchange, we can have dialogue, we can communicate. Because not information, guys, information is power. And that's something that the district does not want us to have. So thank you so much, guys, for your time, your patience, and more than anything, thank you for your love, for being here with us. As long as you guys will let us, we'll be out here each and every single night. Erasmo Castro, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., guys. Have a good night.
Guys, have a great evening. Please, if you have the opportunity, stop by tomorrow early in the morning. Pick up some cookies. They're here already. Also, still have some yard signs. Please take the yard signs away. I want them gone from this office, please. And I will have shirts later on tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow afternoon. If not tomorrow afternoon, on Wednesday. Nurses, BISD nurses, or my Harmony nurses, or my IDEA nurses. Guys, if you're a nurse and you're working with our students at a school, please stop by for your N95 masks and your non-surgical intervention gown, something. Please. Again, we mentioned BISD because it is the biggest entity in the city of Brownsville. And again, we just want our nursing staff, our teaching staff, and our students to be safe. This includes all nurses, nurses from St. Joe, nurses from IDEA, from Harmony, nurses from Jubilee, all nurses. Please stop by and pick up a couple of N95 masks, please. I want Frankie's and Isondo sign. I actually have a couple here at the office, so stop by and pick some up. Guys, have a great rest of the evening. Tomorrow morning, we'll discuss a lot of the things that we didn't get a chance to discuss tonight. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., there will be a forum. I think Frankie will be participating in it. We'll see what happens. It's the first time he gets to actually face his opponent in this race. If Sylvia doesn't stop her from participating. So we'll see what happens. Guys, yes, I have theirs here as well. Why? I don't know. They need to start paying me rent. So thank you, Sandra. Guys, have a great evening. Please be good to each other, and please continue to be good to me.